right. It is Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. So it's about 6:40, and I forgot when I got home yesterday, or as I was walking my bike up to my house, it was really hard to push my bike, like the brakes were engaged. And then I forgot to work on it last night to see what was going on, but this morning when I was walking out the door, once again pushing my bike, and I realized I'd never fixed the problem. So the dropouts for the rear tire, well, for both the front and rear tire, are both not deep. They're not deep enough, so the axle just barely fits in this little slotted groove. And then the washers that have the little tab on them that are supposed to go down into the dropouts to keep it from rotating, they don't go deep enough, because when they milled that feature, they didn't go deep enough into that slot. And that's been pretty much an issue from the beginning, and I think it's progressively getting worse. So on the derailleur side, it keeps popping out. So I attributed it to that's the reason why the axles rotates. But then I thought maybe the guard for the derailleur was not allowing me to cinch that nut down tight enough. And so sometime last week, was it Wednesday? Maybe Wednesday. Last week I had to fix it again, and that's when I took that guard off. And then, so that was one of the first thing I looked at this morning when I realized I hadn't fixed the problem. And sure enough, that axle has spun, which is really bad, because if it breaks loose, it's gonna wrap the motor cable around the axle, and it'd be a total disaster. So what I did is, I have to get a wrench and break it free. Well, first I loosen both the nuts for the axle, and then I take another wrench, break it free, tighten it back down, set the brakes. So I don't know, it's a little disenchanting. I could probably have our machine shop figure out how to get those slots. I mean, you just have to get maybe it wouldn't be precision, but get put an end mill on a drill maybe, and try to kind of whittle that thing out so the axle drops deeper in. So I might have to do something extreme like that if this keeps happening. Just, maybe make sure I check it out every day so it doesn't get loose. Anyway, so who knows? I'd rather have issues with the back, even though the back is more complex and there's a million things going on. I feel like the chances of the back creating something too catastrophic is less likely than with the front tire. Man, if I had problems with the front tire and the front tire came loose like that and fell off, that would be, like I said, that would be totally catastrophic. Yeah, my God, uh-oh. What the hell? Oh yeah, that's what happened. So the axle just slipped and wrapped and pulled the freaking motor cable out, dude. See, this is exactly what I was just talking about when I was talking about, I was gonna say that what I did is I see this? This right here is the problem. So we're gonna have to what is going on? Why is this happening? All right. So we're gonna have to fix this and take it back to the house. And we'll have to ride a different bike. So what I did is I left the cable ties. I left the cable ties off the motor. I don't know if you can see this. So I'm gonna loosen the axle. So the torque of that motor is spinning this axle. I don't know if you can see what's going on here. Probably not very good, but so we got to get a wrench. This is just going to keep happening. There's no so if this is going we need this to come over the top. Is it still on? Oh, we need to turn this off. Maybe we'll just go this way. Trying to figure out which way is going to be. Ah, you bastard. I doubt you can see exactly what's going on, but so the washer's jammed in here, so the axle's not twisting. And the nut this is a freaking mess, man. This is a mess. We're gonna have to flip this thing over. It's gonna have to sit on the gonna have to sit on the shifter. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to all right, set this here so it doesn't blow into the street. All right, I need to set something under that shifter. See what we can put underneath there. Let's put this and this. Alright. So we're gonna take our slime bottle, put it under this side. This to that side. There we go. All right. Look at this back tire, it's brand new. Look at it. All right. All right, I'll probably turn off the camera here in a minute. If I ride to work, I want to be able to get the whole video, but this thing's just shredded. All right, I'm gonna shut this off real quick. All right. So I don't know if you can see, but these don't drop in far enough. So hopefully, I mean, it's gonna hit that, so hopefully that'll keep it from spinning. This has gotta do. I just need to figure out if I'm gonna actually try to ride it to work like this, or if I just go grab a different bike. All right, so I left these clips. I left the zip ties off the motor cable intentionally, so that if it fell apart like it seemed like it wanted to do, then it wouldn't that didn't feel right, did it? So it would allow the plugs to come out, the plug of the motor to come out with with no resistance, you know, which is exactly what it did. So we got this. Oh, shoot, man. All right, so we need to flip it back over, adjust the brake real quick, and see what we get. Got my shop all set up on the sidewalk. All right, so we're gonna flip it over this way so I don't smack the derailleur if I drop it. Yeah. All right. Let's do this brake. We got brakes. All right, so we're gonna try it again. I've got this head covering on. It's terrible. All right, I'm gonna put my tools away and then we'll take off. All right. So we're gonna try this. We're gonna try this again. So man. So what we're gonna do is, instead of starting off in pedal assist 5, we're gonna start off in pedal assist 3 and relieve a little bit of that torque on the axle, and see what we get. everything feels good so far. So I'm not really too sure how to approach this problem. I'm gonna probably have to leave a review on that back tire too. So, yeah, that back tire is bald already. It's only been, I don't know how many miles, maybe, I don't know how many miles it's been, 1,500, 2,000, I'm not too sure. So that's interesting to think about. Something I never thought about before is taking off and pedal assist 5. So, I mean, obviously you should be able to do that. But on a bike that has some compromised dropouts, might not be the best idea. I don't know, man. I'm thinking I'm gonna get I'm thinking I'm just gonna get a regular bike, man. I don't know. I'm thinking instead of getting a higher end e-bike, I might just get a normal e-bike. Like get the new electric XP4, and then get a straight bar gravel bike. So I don't know too much about gravel bikes, but the ones I'm looking at are a brand called Primos, and they're out of I think they're out of Portland. It's two guys that run the business. There's two guys, they assemble all the bikes, they do everything themselves, supposedly. So I watched a review on another bike channel last night, and yeah. So according to Orange County laws or rules or whatever, I don't know 100% any of this stuff, or the city of Orange. So riding on the sidewalk in an area like this, so the police around here don't care if you're on the sidewalk for the most part, unless you're wreaking havoc downtown. But in an area that's like this, that's not necessarily a high concentrated business area, especially if there's not bike lanes provided, it's totally legal to ride on the sidewalk. If you're in a downtown area, then you're probably more obviously more prone to get into a little bit of trouble for doing that. But I think if you keep it moderate, if you're doing a legit like sidewalk mode, I think you'll be fine, It's all, I don't know. I think it's all up to the rider. And riding these as a class 2 or a class 3 bicycle, it's the same rules as a regular bike. So if I were on the other side over there, where all those businesses are, technically I shouldn't be on the sidewalk. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about that. It doesn't. Yeah, in the comments I get grief for riding in the street. They say I shouldn't be in the street. People say I shouldn't be on the sidewalk. It's a continuous thing. This whole cyclist versus car thing is just shows like how behind some of our thinking is. And I'm not excluding myself from that. I mean, I think it's up to the cities to define these laws, you know. But at the same time, it's like there's so many rules for cars that are very, very, very defined. Yet people don't abide by them, you know. I just don't understand the viciousness of people's stance. Yeah, that's the one thing I don't understand. But we're gonna get. Oh, you're okay. Thank you. See, some people are super cool. So I don't want to go out in the street and have my wheel fall apart while I'm going 30 miles an hour next to cars. So that's why we're doing this. Let's go off a curb and see if we can destroy the bike. All right, so we're on Tustin Avenue. So where can we go where I don't have to deal with all this? Do we want to go through Tustin or do we want to go this way? Let's go this way, man. It's got a bike lane. I was about ready to take, I was getting so hot working on the bike, I was going to take my face covering off, but I'm glad I didn't. I actually might put my other jacket back on. So luckily I had all the tools I needed to at least get the wheel back on. I think what I'm gonna do is, okay, so there's the washers that have the tabs on them, and that's what keeps the axle rotating. But those tabs don't go all the way into the, those tabs don't go all the way into the drop-in. So what it does is it gradually starts rotating each time you hammer it in pedal assist 5. And then when that tab rolls around and it hits the frame of the bike where the non-existent dropout is, it gradually starts pushing the tire off the bike, pushing it out. It's like leverage, gradually popping the tire out of the dropouts. So I think what I can do, so this is an aluminum frame, which makes it difficult. But what I can probably do is take this bike to the fabricator at work, and we can sand, check this guy out. We'll sand up sand some of the paint off and put a nice, put a little bit of aluminum right there. Like some 6061 aluminum, a bunch of it to keep that tab from rotating. Meanwhile, I'm just gonna have to be very, very careful. I have to stop and check this thing out. Pretty amazing that I'm even still riding this thing, to be honest. I mean, it's still a good bike. I mean, you guys see how I ride this thing. I mean, this thing goes through some abuse, you know. I mean, I'm hitting so many bumps and so many holes in the asphalt and going off curbs. I mean, 24, 25 miles a day is pretty intense. Stop and take a look at it shortly. I need to get that electric fixed, man. cars coming around this corner right here. Probably not the smartest move. Alright, we're going to take a look real quick. My camera's probably super crooked, but we're just going to have to live with it. Maybe I'll try to line my camera up too while I'm at it. Let's take a look with the camera real quick. Oh yeah, we're crooked. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna worry about that too much right now. We'll publish the video anyway. I think I made it worse. Let's see. All right, so let's take a look. We're still in there. Yeah. Yeah. You know, that's just the way it goes, man. That is just the way it goes. We can't be too angry or disgruntled about things like that. Just, you know, I start thinking like, okay, well, I've got a Mack Fox I can ride. And I have the gravel bike that has a bent rim, but I can take the gravel bike and get that rim fixed. Get the rim trued. They say it's cost probably like 20 or 30 bucks, which I can obviously swing 20 or 30 bucks eventually. Okay, we're not gonna wait for any of this. So the bike lane is actually right here. Oh, we've got a truck parked in the bike lane. It's all right. Not worried about that. Pedestrians. Is she waiting for me? Oh. Alright. Wow, we can't go in the bike lane. There's a party. Got a party going on in the bike lane. Recycling party. Let's get over to the bike lane here. Oh man, I'm going against one of my rules, which is to not go by schools during school hours. So this is a two-way, it was a two-way bike lane. It's not anymore. So at least here we have a light. Should be able to get the green. Hopefully, if this car hurries up. Okay, so First Street's going to be a mess right now, so we're going to have to go we'll let these truck cars pass. Come on, come on. Oh yeah, we got it. Go, 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 go. All right. Pacific Park neighborhood. This guy's got a freaking bunch of beer. Got the 30, did that say 35? Is that how big the boxes of beer are now? Right, Pine Street. So we're gonna head over to the Pacific Electric Trail. This bike. A lot of times in the morning, I just blow these stop signs. I mean, cautiously. But this time of day, I think it's important to stop, you know, completely. So there's a lot of states. There's actually a term for it. I think it's called the Iowa something, like rolling stop or something like that. Idaho, I don't know, some state or city where the law is that you can slow down and go through stop signs on a bike. But that's, you know, those rules are made when designating a regular bicycle, just because how dangerous, they say, like how dangerous it is for cyclists to you know, stop in some of these intersections, and it just causes kind of a disruption in traffic, and plus you know, and all the time it takes for somebody to get back up to speed, to a safe speed. I've got that weird feeling, you know, that weird feeling when you're late to work or late to school. Just have that uncomfortable feeling of being late. I don't like it.
Morning.
Good morning. How you doing, buddy? Hopefully my battery on my camera lasts this whole ride. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Trying to think how I can fix this axle myself. Like during the day at work, you gotta truck my bike across campus and go talk to I know the fabricator pretty good. I think he actually, sometimes he watches the channel. But, you know, we've all got roles and responsibilities, so that, and then by the time the end of the day comes, he's gone, and I got to get out of there. So it's kind of like when you fit the time in to do some of these things. I've got to check my messages real quick. It's a mess. It's a mess, my friends. Hands are all greasy. Okay. Nice morning though. So we had the little heat wave last week, but this week it's just going to be sunny and moderate. So they started working on this drainage project that we saw the signs telling us that several months ago, several weeks ago. So more than likely we're gonna have to get off of this bike path at a certain point, I think. I should probably switch this bike over to class 2 so I can ride at 20. Busy neighborhoods. So more than likely up here we're going to turn. They've got the asphalt cut right here, so they're going to break out this whole lane. Sidewalk closed. This way. I'm blocked off right here. I can go out right here. Beautiful clouds. Get over on the correct side of the road here. It's crossing guard, man. He's got his hands full. This guy was jumping across the intersection. Good morning. This guy's got one of the toughest intersections in town. can't see how much battery we have left.
Okay.
All right, thank you. I don't know if those people are volunteers or what. I would think they are. But maybe they get paid by that school or whatever that place is on the corner. So in Santa Ana, it would be legal for me to ride on this sidewalk right here, technically. Yeah, I'm so glad I left those wire ties, zip ties off of the motor for the cable for the motor. If I wouldn't have done that, it would have ripped that wire harness right out of the motor. It would have been over for this bike. It's risk all the way around. Bike reliability, traffic, general mishaps. But when you're riding, it's all worth it. It's all worth it. As a kid, you know, I rode my bike all the time. You know, I mean, I would say my whole childhood up until I started skateboarding was all about bikes. See that Tesla? What was that move? Like he saw I was gonna, I guess he thought I was gonna go around him, so he kind of swerved in front of me. Or maybe he was just texting. Try to get out here where there's people turning right can see me. go ahead and get on the sidewalk. Yeah, this is a legal move right here. What I'm going to do right now is not. Ah, what a nice ride though. Just that slight disturbance of knowing that this back tire could pop off anytime. But if I ride cautiously, we can avoid it. Awesome, that bird was fighting the wind. I love it, man. ecstasy and cocaine. We'll give these people some room. We'll just do the crosswalk. Wait. Are we still filming? I can't see anything. I guess so. All right, my friends. Well, interesting ride today. I think it was a good one. Minor setback, which might be a continual setback. So today there's a bike shop right by my house. I think it's called the Bike Alley. I think I want to go over there and see if they can fix my gravel bike. But that Primos bike I was talking about, they're only $799 bucks, and they're nice bikes. Like they're supposed to be, you know, good quality bikes. I mean, that's pretty cheap for a good bike. All right, well, thanks for watching my video, and we will catch you on the next one.